Long before America became a global empire of wealth, there was a hidden struggle deep within the young nation, a struggle not of soldiers on battlefields, but of numbers on dusty ledgers. In the quiet halls of early Washington, leaders whispered of a threat more dangerous than any foreign army, the risk of losing the nation through its own unpaid debts. And so, in this hushed atmosphere of fear and ambition, the seeds of an agency unlike any other were planted, an agency that would one day grow into America's most feared institution. It was the year 1862, the nation trembling under the weight of civil war. Cannons thundered in the distance as President Abraham Lincoln faced a nearly impossible puzzle. How do you fund a war when the treasury is empty? Desperation pushed him toward a decision that would quietly alter the course of American history, the creation of a temporary bureau tasked with gathering money from the people. A small office, hidden inside the Treasury Department, began its work unnoticed. Few realized that this temporary idea was about to become a permanent force of nature. When the fighting finally stopped, Americans believed their strange wartime tax collectors would vanish with the smoke of the battlefield. But money has a way of clinging to power. And in the quiet corridors of Washington, officials discovered something extraordinary. People had grown used to paying. Revenue flowed like a river, and the temptation to keep it did not go unnoticed. A temporary invention had awakened, hungry and unstoppable. By the dawn of the 20th century, America was transforming. Skyscrapers rising, factories roaring, and fortunes growing so quickly they cast long shadows over the nation. Powerful bankers and politicians met behind closed doors, debating a bold plan, a permanent tax on income, a financial tether binding every citizen to the federal government. Their arguments echoed through smoky rooms, where ambition collected thicker than the haze. Then came the year 1913, a year that changed everything. The 16th Amendment, approved quietly by the states, granted the government the authority to tax personal income. In the same year, another immense force was born, the Federal Reserve. Like twin pillars of a new financial order, the IRS and the Fed rose together, shaping a system that would govern American money for generations. Some would later say this was no coincidence, but a coordinated redesign of the nation itself. As decades passed, the agency grew teeth and claws. Its investigators carried badges, weapons, and a level of authority unmatched by any financial institution. While Hollywood made heroes of FBI agents, in the real world, it was the tax investigators who brought down America's most notorious criminals. Even Al Capone, a gangster who survived bullets and betrayal, fell not to a gun, but to a ledger. Every American president understood the raw power of this agency, and some tried to wield it. In secret memos, President Nixon discussed using the IRS as a political weapon, targeting enemies and shielding allies. It was a chilling reminder that numbers, when controlled by the wrong hands, can be as dangerous as any weapon on earth. In modern times, a new battlefield has emerged, billionaires and corporations using intricate loopholes to glide around the system. Names like Bezos and Musk appear in leaked documents, revealing carefully engineered strategies that allow the richest to pay astonishingly little. Meanwhile, ordinary Americans, teachers, nurses, small business owners, often find themselves under the cold gaze of audits. Then, in 2022, something unprecedented happened. Congress approved an enormous infusion of money, tens of billions of dollars, to expand the IRS. Thousands of new agents, advanced surveillance technology, and powerful artificial intelligence tools were deployed. The message was clear. The IRS of the future would watch more, detect more, and reach further than ever before. Yet beneath all this machinery lies a deeper question, one that has haunted America since the beginning. Does the IRS exist to protect the nation's finances, or to ensure the people never forget who truly holds the power? Taxes, after all, are more than numbers. They are the invisible strings that bind a society, pulling silently, relentlessly, across generations. And so the story of the IRS is not just the story of an agency. It is the story of a nation built on ambition, conflict, fear, and calculation. A tale where every citizen, knowingly or not, becomes a character. For as long as America stands, this silent collector will stand beside it, watching, counting, and reminding the country of the price of its power. And perhaps, that is the greatest secret of all. The IRS was never merely an institution. It was a mirror, reflecting the choices, the fears, and the ambitions of a nation that learned long ago that money is not just currency, but control.